Can I file my marriage case while you have an immigration court date? The quick answer is absolutely yes, you can file the petition. You might want to consider whether you file the 485 application or not. You certainly could file that. Depends on timing. At least in our experience, the past couple of years with prosecutorial discretion, most government attorneys don't care to see the 485. Plus, if you file the 485 application, USCIS might administratively close the case because they see that there's an immigration court case active. So it's generally better to just file only the petition. And in fact, this is a necessary because when you file a request to close your case out, can get it completely dismissed from court. In court, we call removal proceedings. Department of Homeland Security attorneys, or amongst attorneys, we call it Office of Chief Counsel. They really prefer to see a petition that has already been filed with USCIS. The reason I'm sharing these steps is because if you're one of those folks that tend to procrastinate or delay, you want to, number one, even if you have a lawyer, but if you have a lawyer, you can't depend on the lawyer only. You got to give the lawyer the documents, the evidence, the information so that their team can file the form for you and get, because you need that form and the receipt number, the receipt notice, so that we can provide it to the government attorney because they want proof of it. Proof is not only just like the mailing delivery confirmation. Preferably, us attorneys want to provide the receipt notice to the government attorneys. Now, it does not have to be approved because the approval processing time takes a long time. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, USCIS keeps claiming that, they don't have enough people working. It's always, unfortunately, going to be an excuse by USCIS. So that's why it's better to work with a team like ours, where we file it within 30 days or 6 days or 90 days. It's very specific. We have 3 different service levels, but just want to give you an idea. But if you, of course, want an attorney that's where you are, local to you, make sure to ask them, how soon can you file my case? Our team, we have metrics on it. We have goals. We keep our team going, motivate them because we have certain goals and all that. Many law firms might not have that internally. So you might want to check with them to see how soon that they'll file your case. That's very important. Of course, file it in advance before the actual immigration court case. We receive calls and people ask, can we even file the I-130? Because some people say, I read online that the government does scrutinize when there's a marriage that occurs during the case. There's a couple ways to look at it. In general, yes, if the marriage occurs legally during the immigration court case that's active, then yeah, there is a presumption that the marriage has been entered into for a sham marriage, a fake marriage. However, that doesn't mean that the judge is going to outright say no. They do allow opportunity to see evidence. So that's very, very important. So don't, and the evidence is not only just the marriage certificate. It's more than that. The key item, the pro tip here, whether you hire a lawyer or not, is shared financial accounts. Government loves to see that. And even if you do have shared account, or even if you try to get a shared account, some of y'all get stopped because there's several banks out there that, and we'll create a list for y'all, but several banks out there that give undocumented or people who overstay their visa or enter without a visa a hard time. They'll ask for very specific documents. The point here is don't give up, okay? Just keep going. Go to another bank if you keep getting stopped. The other thing is that if you're not able to have a shared financial account, whether it's checking, savings, at the very least, try to designate your spouse as a POD, okay? Essentially, POD means that, if you were to pass away, then the money, that family member, your spouse, has access to that money. So you don't even need a will for that. But I also recommend, especially if you have difficulty trying to get a shared account, that a will is even more important, okay? Folks, until next time, please stay safe.